to another Behind the Music with your boy Derrtie Sanchez. We are going to go look at the session for The Future. One of my most popular tracks, one of my favorite fucking songs. I think it is that a word? Encapsulizes who Derrtie Sanchez is very well. Um, I think after you've listened to You Should Be Offended, you should come and listen to The Future. Offended is on the first album. I mentioned it before if you've been following with the series. So let's jump right into it. That transition, though, crazy. So this was a song that I've been thinking about or was thinking about for a long time. And I don't know. It's usually how a lot of my songs go. I just think about it for a long time before I even act upon it. And then, I was working on this beat. So it looks like I bounced out the sound for this beat. And it wasn't something that was a missing sound. If you watched my last one went off the rails. So I'm going to try to keep this one a little bit short. But my last one, I was explaining how my midis, sometimes they go out of tune. And it's very frustrating. And it's kind of becoming common practice now for me to just bounce it in place, so I can just print the sound. But I don't really like messing with waves because I feel like I can edit a MIDI better with like the echoes and whatnot, or just to trail off with reverb, or I don't know. It just seems better. But anyways, I digress. This was the original sound, or this is how the song opens up. And it's a little sharp wobble, apparently. It sounds like this. And this kind of goes on for the whole first verse. There's no bass. It's just this. It's kind of like an eerie, I want you to listen. You know what I mean? It's just like, you gonna hear what I'm gonna fucking say, motherfucker. And then it gives it like an awesome dramatic drop for the hook too. There's drums on this shit as well too, but I'll play that later. We're breaking it down. You know how we do it here. I play bass, of course. I play bass guitar on all of the tracks. So the bass. So let me show you what the original bass was. The original bass. Where is my bass? Oh, my bass is down here. So the original bass sounded like so. And it was like a synthesizer. Yeah. And it had a chorus effect on it. And the original bass was low key hard as fuck. But, I wanted this shit to be like, if I'm remastering this joint, I want to play the fucking bass on everything. So, here's my bass. You hear the slide? Yeah. So this is when the hook drops. You know what I'm saying? The bass comes in. It gets real fucking epic. I bring in these horns. I want to make more beats with horns. The horns are hard, so let's just play the French horn first. I'll play the French horn staccato. Yeah. These midis didn't go out of the fucking tune for whatever reason. Let's play the extra brass. Oh, that one's doing the heavy lifting. Oh, there's a harp down here too. Hiding. Hold on. Sorry. Ooh. That's an extra. You know what I mean? I'm a fucking artist. How many times I gotta tell you guys this? So the second verse comes in. Ooh, sorry. Second verse comes in, and I got these pianos, kind of like a more of that eerie feeling. So it doesn't bring in this first sound anymore. I'm done with this shit. I felt like that had like an eerie kind of ghostly like. But I feel like these pianos do the same thing. So check it out. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much the beat. Your boy, I'm telling you, boy, I be making some simple beats, but these ones be hard, cuzzo. These ones be hard, cuzzo. All right, so let's go to the drums. Drums again. You guessed it. It is the AI drummer. So let's show you what the drummer. All right, so let's show you guys a little bit in depth. I'm gonna undo everything that I do, just to give you guys a little bit more of an in-depth look. All right, hold on. Let's mute and mute. All right, let's make sure it's just playing this. Fucking, I knew that was gonna be. All right. Let's fucking unsolo the drums. All right. It's a lot of fucking work. All right, here we go. Let's see what this sounds like. Okay, so those drums are fucking dumb flat, as I've mentioned before. I don't feel like turning the kick up, so just bear with me. So let's make it like a little loop here. So I got Derrtie, the pop songwriter, in the songwriter section, playing her soul-searching rhythm at a complex and sort of loud volume. You know, the kick and the hi-hats are down. So we can change this shit. We can have it play simple. Let's play it soft. Let's play it loud. Really complex. Let's change it. Let's go to Aurora. Aurora was low key on the hook. Yeah, I'll do that in a second. Let's go to Dear Diary. Dear Diary almost sounds like it's Heart to Heart. Okay, I like Heart to Heart. Let's change how the kicks move. So what I'm saying here is you can do a lot of customization on this drum. Let's change the swing, you know what I mean? Oh wow, that sounds like it's off beat. Let's give it a crazy feel. You know what I mean? Let's have the kick and the snare follow the fucking, you know, your let's have it follow the hook. Like, so there's a lot of shit that, you know, you can do. And this is what I did. I went hardcore, found these right fucking drummers. Let's undo everything that this fucking did. Perfect. So that's what I did. And I changed it to a MIDI. So now you can fucking A. I don't want this, just this one. Let me just look at all of them. So now you can see all of the kicks, all of the snares throughout the whole fucking song, all of the hi-hats. And I can really individually copy just the kick, add my own kick. Now we in business. Add my own snare. Now we in business. So this is how I went about building my fucking drums on most of these songs. I'll put some different mixing on it as well, obviously. That's too much to really kind of go into. Really. Each drum has JJP drums and R bass on it as well. Plus it has something. So those are those bongo drum, doko doom doom doko doko doom dooms that I was telling you earlier. That so I was really customizing what these drums were fucking doing. Let's play with the fucking bass. You know what I mean? Because that's when the bass low key came in, right there. Because up until that point, there was no bass. It was just that sharp wobble. Then it clears out right here. Art. Shit's hard, bro. Shit's fucking hard. And that's your fucking beat right there. That's how we got the future. So let's go into these vocals. Let's go into these fucking vocals, yeah. Let's unmute everything, I guess, right? We want to unmute it all. All right, cool. Oops, we don't want to record. We just want to play. Starts out with the shmoo. Shout out the shmoo. Loki for putting me on some motherfucking streaming and doing my motherfucking tag. So double shout out, yeah, sizzling.
Yo, I always thought in 20s we'd have flying cars.
So let's zoom in on these vocals. I bleeped out. I said 2016. I always thought in 2016, but I just felt like it made it dated. You know what I mean? And especially if I'm remastering this shit, I don't want this shit to sound dated. You know what I mean? I want it to be played over time. It's a good song, so yeah.
Yo, I always thought in 20s we'd have flying cars. Instead we have drones that bomb innocent children.
So that was a shot at our government. And at the time, in 2016, I believe we were we're always in fucking war, you know what I'm saying? But that was during when we were having drones with the Obama presidency, and they were just treating it like video games and flying fucking drones and dropping it on innocent ass areas out in Afghanistan and shit, or Iraq, or wherever the fuck, you know what I mean? That was a military shot.
Instead we have drones that bomb innocent children. Even with a full-time job, times are hard as I work like a slave while I make this man billions.
So we all know, you know, full-time money, full-time work ain't gonna get you a house. This ain't 19 fucking 72. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no metal muscle cars out this bitch. You need like 5 people working full-time jobs if you want to fucking buy a house.
Even with a full-time job, times are hard as I work like a slave while I make this man billions.
And your job, and your boss's job is he's probably alright. He's probably living comfortably.
Billions. Ironically, I work for a job selling cars, cause the government controls transportation of civilians.
So that was an ironic for, you know, the flying cars and, you know, me and my job and shit. And I have a job that sells cars. You know what I mean? We're almost entrapping the people. I'm almost part of the system at the time. You know what I mean? I was detailing cars. I didn't sell cars myself. I detailed them, but I was part of the entrapment of travel. You know what I mean? You can't travel without governmental papers.
As the government controls transportation of civilians, monopolize your freedoms and mold who you are. Cause they don't have humanity, these people are reptilians.
Shout out David Ickel, I think is what his name is. David Eichel. All my real crackpots know what a damn reptilian is. Come on, son. These people ain't got no humanity out here because they fucking reptilians. That's why shit is fucked. That's why there's a one.
Cause they don't have humanity, these people are reptilians. Racism is here, it's in your backyard. And cops are going ham every day, there's a killing. These females are lost.
I mean, that's self-explanatory, you know what I'm saying? It's fucking, not the females are lost. Females are definitely lost, but the self-explanatory part is, it's cops out here, bro. It's racism, you know what I'm saying? I'm calling it blunt. I'm saying what exactly it is. You know, it hasn't changed. It's all that's changed is we have fucking cameras now to film it and put you out there and goddamn expose you. So like, ayo, do something about it. You know what I mean?
And cops are going ham every day, there's a killing. These females are lost or sexually scarred. You don't need internet, free the nipple for the women.
That was a shot at the feminist community. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm all for feminism and shit, but at some point in time, you guys are out here rooting for what you ain't helping the cause. We want to see your nipples too. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for protecting the women and making sure they're not out here getting raped and, you know, making themselves out here to look like a hot piece of meat. Not to say that, you know, what you're wearing is going to attract us, but it is, essentially. So, yeah, I mean, free the nipple all you want, boy. I'll be watching. We'll be looking. There's going to be a creep. Pee Wee Herman's going to be looking, too. So, you know, a lot of y'all are just emotionally and sexually scarred. And I understand.
These females are lost or sexually scarred. You don't need internet.
And that's my fucking opinion. So fuck you. I'm a dude. I can say whatever the fuck I want. I ain't a chick. So none of this shit is validated or valuable anyway. So fuck out of here. You know what I mean? What do I know?
Don't need internet. Free the nipple for the women. You should be offended. Pissed or on guard.
And you should be offended by what I just said, son. Come on, son. Get the fuck out of here. I'm Derrtie Sanchez.
But you don't ask questions to things that seem hidden.
But if you ain't talking and if you ain't questioning your fucking beliefs and asking people what it is and starting any kind of conversations for anybody to give any kind of pushback, then what the fuck are you doing other than conforming? So, hey, I'm going to speak my motherfucking mind. I'm going to say what I want to say. You should be offended. Be offended.
You should be offended, pissed or on guard, but you don't ask questions to things that seem hidden. Unity is needed as we separate and part. I ain't saying I got the answers, but I got some feelings like why?
You know what conforming does? It separates us low-key. It keeps us quiet, and then people like Trump come along, and then those quiet motherfuckers rise up. And guess what? They ain't so quiet no more, and they're opposing. Instead of coming together and speaking and explaining and teaching each other what ignorance or whatever, we're pushing people away. So
unity is needed as we separate and part. I ain't saying I got the answers, but I got some feelings like why don't we have flying cars?
So the truth is, the reason why we don't have fucking flying cars is because we could make flying cars. We have the technology to do it, and everybody always tells me that answer. They say, "Oh, well, we can do it. They have it." Blah 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 blah. But the roads? What about the roads? What about the taxes? What are the taxes? Who's gonna build the roads? All the roads that the government has taxed and built for us and has us living in and being in lines and the travel and come on, son, they're not gonna have us freely flying where we want to fucking go in our own flying cars. Son, get the tinfoil hat. Someone get the tinfoil hat. Bro, I'm just saying.
We never landed onto the moon, and we don't.
Oh, definitely get that tinfoil hat. We never landed on the moon. Hold on. Let me show you the hook, too, because I got, like, buku fucking tracks. I'll play you through the hook first, and then I'll fucking break it down. But, yeah, so... Oh, no, I'll break it down first, and then I'll play you through. So, yeah, we ain't never landed on the motherfucking moon. Come on, son. 1969. Who was the president and called that shit on the fucking landline? On a landline, my dude? I don't even got cell phone reception, bro. You called the moon on a landline? That camera had its own... The camera was left on the moon and panned and watched the fucking spaceship leave the moon off of no propulsion. It just jumped away and shit. And then the camera just magically panned, even though nobody was down there controlling those pictures that came out were perfect. They were just sitting on the chest of those astronauts. They weren't even able to aim what the pictures looked like. I mean, yo, you can keep going on. I mean, the video was shot in 1969. No one expected it to be rebroadcasted, and no one knew that there was going to be an internet that people can be looking at it over and over and dissecting what the film looked like. It is not real, son. Those are my opinions, bro. Be offended.
Flying cars. We never landed onto the moon, and we don't have a cure for cancer. Welcome to the future. Why?
Wow, we got a cure for cancer, yo. 2023, we don't got a cure for cancer? I'm sure we probably do. I can give you the answer why we don't. Because cures don't make money. Keeping people sick and putting them on prescriptions and subscriptions month after month, week after week, year after year, until they die, that makes you fucking money. That's how you make money. Ooh.
Why don't we have flying cars? We never.
Why don't we have flying cars again? Why is it, guys? Let's have a lesson. All right, let's break this shit down. So I got this track.
Why don't we have flying cars?
Kinda deep.
We never landed onto the moon, and we don't have a cure for cancer. Welcome to the future. Why don't we have flying cars? We never landed onto the moon, and we don't have a cure for cancer. Welcome to the future.
That's a high one.
Why don't we have flying cars?
Bruh.
We never landed onto the moon, and we don't have a cure for cancer. Welcome to the future. Why don't we have flying cars? We never landed onto the moon, and we don't have a cure for cancer. Welcome to the future. Welcome to the future, where the bait will make you butthurt. If I say the earth is flat, then you will call me cuss words.
All right, yeah, so here we go. Debate, the internet, speaking your mind, having an opposing view, saying anything that goes against the grain, that goes against whatever. I mean, people are going to get butthurt. People are going to fight on the internet. There's so many keyboard warriors that are not going to say this shit with their face on the screen. There's so many people who have fucking, what do they call them? Like, spam accounts and shit, and just fucking, like, people don't even use their real accounts. I know a cat.
Welcome to the future, where the bait will make you butthurt. If I say the earth is flat, then you will call me cuss words. We are in a time where your mind is covered by deception of reality, but I'm a truth hunter.
I'm a truth hunter. So let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get out of the matrix. Let's get out of this deception.
Hunter. From Christopher Columbus to the planes on 9/11.
You go to the schools, you've always been told that Christopher Columbus discovered America. I mean, that's just like the first lie like that I can think of when I was like a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's just like, hear the nasty truth. It's just like just something as simple as that, my dude. So it's just like, if you can go throughout your life without any sort of grain of conspiracy, then you are the most closed-minded individual, and I probably am not going to be friends with you. I think I judge people based off of how they believe 9/11 happened, and I'm all right with that. So
from Christopher Columbus to the planes on 9/11.
Yeah, that's the next bar. To the planes on 9/11. I was in 6th grade when that shit happened. You know what I'm saying? So that definitely woke my eyes the fuck up. I was like, hey, yo, what is going the fuck? It was my first day of 6th grade at that. My first fucking day at a brand new school and shit. I was transferring schools from, one to the next. I wasn't in the middle of the year. It was the first, 2 weeks of the school year or whatever. But, goddamn, what a day to fucking pick. And then, so this is traumatic. So let's have a pause. It's your first day of fucking 6th grade. 6th grade is tough. You know what I mean? You're going into middle school already. So there's all types of other kids that are involved. You got a locker system that you're not used to because before you're in cubbies because you're in elementary school. You're a fucking child. And then next thing you know, a fucking plane hits the fucking Twin Towers or whatever. And no one even remembers you're a new kid because a fucking plane just hit the Twin Towers. So it's like, not only 6th grade being hard, you're a new kid. You're late. You're 2 weeks into after everybody already met each other. There's no orientation for you, bro. Especially now, there's definitely no orientation. So no one even remembered. So 2 months after fucking 9/11, niggas was like, what school did you come from? I'm like, bro, I'm new, man. Don't even worry about it. So that's just my little traumatic story. It's kind of funny, but yeah. Made me think about 9/11.
From Christopher Columbus to the planes on 9/11. From every single war to every single weapon.
Makes you think about why you even get into war in the first place. You know what I'm saying? 9/11 was our reason for getting into war. Pearl Harbor was another reason to get into war. It's like, what is war? You know what I mean? You got to be thinking about that shit. And the weapons that they're making, hey, yo, you got to be thinking about, then they have I keep going on, man, about these fucking weapons against humanity.
From every single war to every single weapon. From every single president coming out of election to all the drugs.
Yo, didn't George Bush steal the election and shit? I don't even know how Trump made it and shit. Bro, I don't even believe in voting, yo. So every single president coming out of election, who put you there? Wasn't JFK's grandpop a mobster or some shit like that? Wasn't he controlling some shit? Come on, son. I don't know, dude.
From every single president coming out of election to all the drugs put in vaccines for testing.
I mean, now with motherfucking, you already know. I'm not even gonna go down that route.
I said we're all being catfished. Uncle Sam is senile, just straight up bad shit. In the age of information, ignorance should be absent, but we're so in denial and lacking passion.
Age of information. Anybody can go on Google, bro. That's the problem. I think there's just too much misinformation. Fake news. There's just too much information, misinformation, too many. There's a lot of people in the world, bro. You go on Reddit and people contradiction each other all day long, all types of arguments. You can go forever. So I don't know. I guess it's hard to find out the truth. You just got to fucking weed through and have your own opinions and stick with it and live with it and feel it until you get proven otherwise. And shit, fucking prove me, man. Shit, I'm all into debates, bro. Told you, my dad is a fucking lawyer, so debate club, baby. I was born into debate club.
I don't know. Maybe you're blind. If we made it to the moon back in '69, then why haven't we been back? I think they lying.
We just talked about this.
I thought this was the future, but we ain't flying. Why don't we have flying cars? We never landed onto the moon. We never landed onto the moon, and we don't have a cure for cancer. Welcome to the future. Marijuana's the cure for cancer. Marijuana's the cure for cancer. Marijuana's the cure for cancer. Medicates, yeah. Marijuana's the cure for cancer. Marijuana's the cure for cancer. Marijuana's the cure for cancer. Medicates, yeah.
Self-explanatory. You know what it is. My boy Corey, he had a really dope parody line. I wish he was around when I was recording the fucking song. I'm telling him all the time. I was like, man, if he was here, if he was like in the fucking studio when I was recording this shit, I'd have said what you said. This nigga said, marijuana's the cure for boredom. Marijuana's the cure for boredom. I was like, yo, that's hard, bro. So I'm releasing an instrumental version of the fucking album. So if any of y'all want to fucking record that version, I am totally with it. So that's the whole song, man. I hope I broke down everything I needed to fucking say. No guitars on that shit, just bass guitar. Some cool horns and shit, but it was all played on my keyboard. It was all Logic sounds. But Logic really does have some good live instruments. I feel like, you just kind of play around with the mix and stuff like that. Remixed original vocals. Got a little passionate on this one. Last one was a little spicy too. These two songs, bro, they get a little spicy. I guess they give me a little spicy. So, yeah, man. Check out the album. Good talking to y'all. Peace. Much love.